Enough team league up for the thing, but a one Marley cup they have for who they have for win, and a one Garvey shield for the team on the brim. CThink online in your search engine.
Talk to us again about the Wake Up Jamaica program and what it is intended to achieve, and how can persons listening participate, contribute, lift it up, and help it to have the power that such a movement needs to have.
So from a psychological, and thank you for the opportunity, from a psychological perspective, we have become numb as a nation. It's either due to the trauma that we have experienced, and I would say political violence has traumatized us. We talk about the crime and corruption that we see on the streets, but we need to look back at our history to understand that this was imposed upon us. We never asked for this situation. And so there's a lot of trauma, there's a lot of fear, there's a lot of hopelessness, which has caused our nation to go numb. Jamaica is meant to be an island that contributes to the welfare of the whole human race. That pledge, whoever wrote it, is not a mistake every time. As a matter of fact, it's a tool that we hand out everywhere we go because we want people to be reminded that this is who we are and this is our full potential. And so we have embarked on a public education and empowerment campaign because we realize that in order for persons to, first of all, make and become the change that they want to see, we have to wake up.
Yeah.
We have to move from the state of numbness. Now, numbness is a tool or a defense mechanism,
to protect,
a coping mechanism, I should say, that as humans we are inclined to use when we're faced with situations that is too intense for us to deal with on a daily basis. In order for us to function to some degree, we become numb. But we're not optimizing ourselves when we're numb. And so the call to wake up.
The state of numbness should be temporary, just for you to get through that period that without the numbness might be too much for your mental state to survive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It serves its purpose, but it should be temporary, as you say. You have a little counseling psychology in your background too. It should be
maybe the need to be counseled.
You see, we are more than we realize, and that is one of the things I hope this campaign will achieve, that, and that is why we're starting with the youth, and we see their potential, and we're uplifted by their energy and the hopefulness that we've been able to see in them in the space of these 4 weeks.
Yes.
But when we stay numb for too long, we become comatose, and then we're operating in a state of sleeping while we're at work, sleeping while we're on the road. And so when you wake people up, you also wake up them trauma to, and that is why healing is also a part of this campaign, because we realize that our nation needs healing. We'll be working with parents. Family is also a major thing. So, it started out when we heard that government is ready to move King Charles. That woke us up. So we were like, finally, yes, some light.
Let me tell you.
But then the CRC gone back to sleep. We reached out to them because we know that public education is instrumental if we're going to do any form of constitution reform. And the end goal of this campaign is to see constitution reform where land rights, beach access, education, health care, housing, access to all of that is reformed. We need a constitution written by Jamaicans. The one that we're governed by now isn't written by Jamaicans.
Absolutely.
And it needs to be written for the benefit and also in a language that Jamaicans can understand. But what we realized is when we started the campaign and started to talk about constitution reform, mind you, the first thing we did was we reached out to the Constitution Reform Committee to say, allow us to help you with the public education because it's going to be needed.
Much needed.
We got a little response, sparingly so, but, I don't know, they're not active, and so we realized that we're going to have to do our own public education and empowerment. So, that's kind of the long and short. We know that education is imperative for people to understand, first of all, who we are as a people. I am wondering what has happened to the spirit of our ancestors that lies within us.
CThink, make you all we think. To be ghosts from board and zinc. Global rumors we are go sink. Debate full your brain and think to the brink. Enough team league up for the thing, but a one Marley cup they have for who they have for win, and a one Garvey shield for the team on the brim. CThink online in your search engine.